Hello and welcome back to Warfighter War. This is the second video I've made of Warfighter War, and so I've decided to choose a slightly longer mission this time, a deep thrust into enemy territory to claim a vital hill. So I think I'll start from describing the map, as it were. So as I said, picked the deep thrust mission, so it gives us 120 resources and 13 turns. So no modifications for command, but one thing that will be interesting will be the hostile supply will get, at the end of the turn, they'll be able to regenerate essentially some of their supplies. So that will make things much trickier, because they often have defensive abilities or even offensive ones that use supplies, so we'll have to be careful of that. And so first of all, what we encounter is this river, which will be a bit treacherous to cross. It's an entrance cost of 4, although there is an engineering obstacle that reduces it. Essentially, I guess we set up a pontoon bridge or some sort, nice Bailey bridge, I suppose, to cross it. And this is another thing, I'm becoming to think that having an engineering company is almost required on a lot of these, because a lot of the locations have these engineering obstacles or objectives. Some of the action cards do. Even some of the hostiles have some, so you certainly probably get some use out of it if you bring one. But okay, so if we can get across that hopefully won't slow us down too much. We have a light forest, which shouldn't be too bad. It's only an entrance cost of 2. Hopefully we'll have some experience by then to activate it. And then we have a bit heavier forest. I do have a mechanized unit or army, so that's why they'll have a bit higher cost to pay. And then we finally get into a town, and so it's bigger than the village we came across last time. It has another engineering objective to regain 1, and I imagine by then we'll probably have some casualties, so that'll be useful. And it has an infrastructure of 4. So we'll have to be careful with some of our firing to maybe save a lot of that. And then at the end we have a vital hill to claim. Now it will be higher to a higher entrance cost because of the town. I'm not quite sure why, but they have, whenever there's developed land, like either like a farm or a town or something, the next location or the objective is always harder to get into. But so that will be our last obstacle, really. And then we will be facing quite a lot of hostiles just because of the 120 resources we're taking. So now I'll talk about my army. I do have 2 player armies because I want to try to use the action cards more. I think they can be quite useful in the right circumstances. So being able to use those effectively, I think, is a major part of the game. So my first one is the 159th Infantry Brigade. Picked it. It seems to be a pretty solid infantry group. It has a manpower of 6, so I start out with a good handful of cards. Has 2 actions, and it has 3 supplies, so I think it's pretty all-round pretty good. It does have a defense ability and a redirect ability. Now I gave it a couple of skills. I gave it the basic attack skill, because I think it's pretty useful, cheap skill to kind of put on anything just to make it better. And then I did give it the movement skill, just because it has a base movement of 1, so this will make it a little bit quicker, easier to get into some of these tougher locations, and I can upgun it so that it can get up to a movement of 3, which should be pretty good for most of it, except for the river and the vital hill. I also attached onto it, well, as usual, the engineer company, because we're going to be needing that. And I decided to try the ground attack on call. So basically a nice close air support. It is a card I can use to call in basically an airstrike. One of my previous games, I was really hammered by this enemy artillery unit that just kept hitting me and then withdrawing and then hitting me again and stuff. So I decided I wanted some long range ability to be able to strike anywhere. So I brought these along. Hopefully I won't need it until we get further on. So I'm hoping to be able to retain it with the retainability cost of 5 XP. It is pretty expensive, but considering how many hostiles we'll be going through, hopefully we'll build up another. And so I decided for a second player army to take the 53rd Recce Regiment or Reconnaissance Regiment. Basically a small reconnaissance group. I imagine they're having jeeps or some slight armored cars. They don't have a lot of hitting power. Even at the best, they hit on 10s. So they're not really around to hit things, although they can try to get some pins on some things. The main thing I brought them is they have this scout ability of 3. And so whenever they move into a location, they can either add 3 pins or remove 3 pins. So I'm hoping to have them like move around back and forth, putting pins on the hostiles and hopefully removing pins from our friendly armies. And so even though, okay, he only has a manpower of 2, but he does have +1 hand size, so he does have a hand of 3, which is pretty small, but it does allow, you know, some extra action cards. And I added on a couple attachments. Mostly, okay, well, he comes with supply trucks, so that's kind of built in, which is nice. So during the supply, one of my armies will get an extra supply. And I decided to give it the raiding mechanized ability. So basically they're trying to cut around the enemy and disrupt their supplies. So once each turn, I can discard a supply from any hostile. As I said before, the supplies on the hostile can be used to do some pretty nasty things, either like ignoring wounds or causing even worse wounds. So I think that'll be useful. And then, so for support armies, I brought the good old 227th Highland Infantry Brigade. I think they'll be pretty common. They're I think the cheapest armies, or one of the cheapest armies. Pretty beefy. They have 2 supplies which they can use to redirect. So I don't know, I find them pretty useful, and they hit on 7s at full strength, so they're, I think, pretty good, honestly. And then I decided to bring some artillery, namely the 8th Army group of the Royal Artillery. And I think they're pretty standard artillery. They have 2 actions. They have to use a supply to attack, but with other things, hopefully I can keep them supplied. They do regain a supply when they perform a move action. So if I have to move them up, at least that'll allow them to get supplied. And so yeah, they're pretty basic artillery, I think. I did give them the attack 2 skill, so a slightly better one. So they'll always have a +2 to hit. So they should be pretty accurate. And so hopefully they'll be able to get some good pins and hits on. And again, I can upgun that if I need to. And so that is my 120 points. So here we are, started at the beginning on our mission card. Okay, and so we have to activate this river. Oh, I didn't put out their activation tokens. Shoot. Let's do this quickly. Now, I also believe, oh, this guy, 227th is last, but I don't have any first armies, so, okay. Honestly, I think it might be best, no, I want to use the engineering company. So I guess I'll use 159th action to activate the river. Oh, and it costs a supply to enter, so yeah. I'm really hoping to get that engineering. I'm not sure if you have to activate it to start the engineering. I have to check it, but I don't know. It makes sense somewhat. But okay, since we're at 120, we have to draw 4 points experience of hostiles. So, okay, we dodged the armor. Okay, we got a small mechanized force. Oh, and a raiding mechanized. Okay, place 1 behind the rearmost, but then we don't have one, so it'll basically be on the mission card. All right, so okay, so some light mechanized. Yeah, I have to. I think one of the mistakes I made is forgetting that some of these have multiple actions. Like the small mechanized force has 2. So add that, and the small mechanized force is last. And okay, but the rating has 2 supplies, so they have a defense ability that they can use that with. So I'm thinking I'll probably keep the 159th here to deal with the raiding force, but I'll try to use my engineering company to get this engineering obstacle. Okay, a 9. Wow, that's actually the best one because we get our 2. So we immediately solved the engineering obstacle. Okay, we must have had this really prepared. So that'll drop the entrance cost and the supply, so the rest of my forces could move in quick. Okay, and so they will stay here, and I'll have them attack the raiding force here. Okay, so they do have +1 on their roll, so they need a 6, 5. Okay, so a bit tough with the armor, but we'll see what we can do. 8, 4. Oh, it'd be close. But okay, so we definitely hit. We just don't penetrate the armor, so we cause a pin. And that's it for our actions. I'm definitely not going to use up my ground attack on this. So I guess... oh shoot, yeah, I should see what I can do with... Now I do have... Okay, I drew a couple cards that involve armor, basically armor attack and hammer and anvil. They both require armor. But since I don't have an armor army, these are basically useless, I believe, except for using them for movement's sake. So I'm going to not discard them, but set them aside for my other army so that they can use them as cards just in the future. Now, I'm not sure if it requires an action to do that. Reading through the rules, it doesn't say anything, so I'll just play it as it's basically a free action to set aside cards. So I do have an infantry attack, so I think it would be worthwhile to use that to try to get this raiding thing, because it's going to eat up our supplies whenever it activates. And I guess it'll be activating next. So yeah, it'll take a supply. So, but now I got a pin, so I just need a 4, 4. So, oh, jeez. Okay, so we defeated the cover, but then we missed again. So, oh, darn it. I guess well, I don't have any experience. I couldn't have gunned it. So, put another pin on it. But I don't know. I think hopefully, if I could have damaged it, it would have helped. But oh well. Okay, but now we're still in. There was no first phase of the turn, so now we were in the normal. And since this fellow is normal, he's going to do his action. So he'll obviously attack. He wants to attack the one with most supplies, which is our 159th. So he'll actually... Okay, so when he activates, I lose a supply. So I will lose one from the 159th. but I will use a supply from the 227th to redirect to them. Actually, I'm not sure. It says pre-supply, that might be before the attack, but oh well. I think I've played it that way, so it's fine. Okay, so the rating is going to do an attack on the 227th. Oh, geez. Maximum die roll 10-6, so that's one hit. Okay, I do have, well, fallback. Wonder if he could use that on the mission card. You know, but I don't have any experience to upgun it anyways. So he takes a hit, but he's fine until he gets down to 2, so okay. So that was his action, and so now we, okay, the mechanized and the artillery get to go. So I think I'll move the mechanized. He has armor attack, so I think I'll put that with the artillery, because again, I'm not going to need it. But yeah, I can keep these. So you'll do a move action, and now thanks to the engineers, we can easily cross the river. So he's in 2, so he'll move in here. And then he actually now triggers his scout. So he actually puts 3 pins on this guy. I'll just double check. Yeah, he puts 3 pins. I could actually, it says I can remove pins from within one location, so he can reduce pins. He doesn't have to be on the same location, but adding pins has to be the same card. But okay, so then we'll try to attack. Oh, we can discard. All right, once each turn, discard 1 supply from hostile. So I'll subtract this guy. Oh, he should have, yeah, used, darn it. Again, I forgot the defense ability. Yeah, I did do 2 attacks to get those pins on him, so I'll have to use them up, I guess. So I'll just reverse back. Okay, the first pin needs a 7. Okay, a 3 doesn't, and then the second pin, 2 doesn't. Okay, so he used up his supplies for that. Well, okay, we're back to normal. So now he will try to attack the small mechanized, and so even though he hits on 10s, he gets +6. Then +3 against cover, so definitely going to penetrate. Jeez. Unless he rolls really bad. But okay, that was a 2, which does still penetrate. So he adds another pin on there. All right, and so now we have the artillery. And I could move them up, but I think I might just hammer that small mechanized. So use a supply to attack, so I'll spend 1 supply. And he gets +2 on his attack, so, but he already has +8, so I think this is pretty much automatic. Yeah. Yeah, so 1 +2 from his ability. 3 +8 is 11, and then 4 +2 penetration, and then +4 is 10. So yeah, he easily hits him, doing a hit, and he might as well finish him. Well, I think he will finish him off. Spending his last supply, doing his second action. And there we go. So we managed to take him out before he got to the attack, so that's good. Okay, so the artillery gets 2 experience, and now we can start using that. And I think I'll have, yeah, I don't think he wants to hang around, so I'll move up the 227th. Yeah, and then he'll do an action to get his supplies. You can't do anything about the hit yet, so I'll have to deal with that. Okay, so that is the first turn. So now, don't have any retain costs. There is no reinforcement, but in supply, yeah, we have to get this guy's supply back. And Oh, we get a supply, so I can add a supply probably to the artillery, I guess. And so that is it. So we advance the turn counter and then refresh all of our actions. And then this guy. So now I could have the recce group come back, finish him off, but I think he'll just wait there. Does have a couple cards. Okay, he has a regain, or soak it up, can regain 1, but I have to use an experience, so I'll use that. Play soak it up on any army so that I can regain 227th. And then he will do a draw and discard. So, okay, I don't think the supply making do is really necessary right now. Okay, accurate fire, general advance, double time. Okay, so those are all fairly useful. Not sure what he can do now. Oh, yeah, once each turn, discard 1 supply from any hostile, so strip that guy of him. Oh, but now he'll be able to go because you alternate turns here. So he is going to attack the one with most supplies. So in this location, it is the 159th again. So he does have a defense, defense 6. So that's 50-50 chance of blocking it. So here we go. Oh, another good shot. This guy is pretty good. Okay. An 8-6, so that's 1 hit. So I'll spend a supply to try to roll my defense. Whoops. Oh, 6+. So okay, that equals my defense rating. So I block that attack. So okay, so now I will have him activate again, or now. So he'll do an attack on this guy. He is still 2 wounds, so here goes. So yeah, I do have my +1. Oh, he has +4, +2. So I need a 2, 3. So okay. Oh, darn it. Okay, we hit him again, but it's that armor. Yeah, none of my cards are really useful. So, okay, I'll shoot again. Hopefully I can whittle them down to just 1. But, okay, so now I have +7, +3. So, okay, I'll automatically hit, but I need a 2 on the die 6. Okay, there we go. So 2 + 3 is 5. So I managed to get a hit on him. We've stripped him of his defense, so now just gets a hit. But I've used up all my actions. I don't really have any useful cards. So I'll move on to my artillery. Now he can't shoot that guy anyway, so I'll have him move. He does have 1, and since we got our bridge, he can easily move across. And when he moves, he gains a supply. So honestly, I think now I could shoot him. Doesn't really say you can't shoot after you move. And I think the time is a bit extended in this one. I think roughly each turn is a few days or maybe a week or whatever. So okay, they've set up and now they're going to shoot the raiding force. They have a lot of bonuses, so they'll hit. And I think, yeah, they'll basically take them out. And 9-3 plus a lot, and then +3 is +5 actually is more than enough. So, oh, but okay, that's another 2 experience for our artillery. Certainly helpful. And now they've moved. So, do I want to... Okay, I don't think I want to activate the light forest this turn. Because most of our guys have gone, and our kind of main force is further back, although he does have his ground attack on call. But okay, I'm going to wait the turn. So he's done his actions. He can't really do anything because it's full of supplies, and well, the 227th can't really do anything, and he doesn't really need to move. He could move back. Okay, so no retain costs, no reinforcements. We do get one more supply. So okay, we'll give it back to the 159th. And then advance the turn counter. Okay, so we don't have any hostiles here. So yeah, flip over all of our actions. So now he will move and cross the river. Now we can activate the light forest by expending an experience point. Okay, so it has up to 7, so here we go. Oh, artillery, place 2 beyond the frontmost, so it'll be here. That's nasty. Oh, and then another artillery, place 2 beyond the frontmost. Okay, so, well, we got spotted moving through the light forest by, oh, that 3. Okay, that costs 3. No, I shouldn't have the better artillery then, because it costs too much and we have to get exactly 7. So, okay, engineers, oh man, they're always annoying. And 3, okay, so the mechanized battalion. All right, no, they'll be here. Okay. So yeah, we got spotted moving into the light forest. Okay, the artillery has supplies first and 2 actions. Now this is what I've been saving my ground attack for, so hopefully we can deal with these other guys, get some more experience. If we can call that and then retain it, it would be nice. Okay, the mechanized has 1 supply, is first as well. Okay. And only has 1 action. Okay. And then, oh, the engineers do not activate. Oh, place 1 beyond the frontmost. Okay, so yeah, they're just fine there. But they'll be increasing this forest a lot, the cost. So I might have to get the artillery to shoot them. Okay, so what do we have here? We're still on my 159th activation, so they can move in. Okay, it does cost 2. There's no other additional cost, I believe. He has the movement skill, so he does have a movement of 2, so he can freely move in there. Oh, what can he use? Fighting positions. Okay, so I'm going to save my general advance, but I'm going to try to use the fighting positions. So I have the engineering company. So select an army to gain +1 attack and +1 cover while in this location. Okay, so it's only for 1 army. It's a bit of a shame. It would be nice for everything, but okay, I just need a 3+ here. Okay, a 10, even perfect. These engineers are on it, so yeah, they got the fighting positions. So hopefully I'll remember that. They got +1 to attack and +1 cover, so their cover goes up to 3, which it might be okay. But now, okay, the interesting thing, at least the way I play it, because you can activate in the middle of your turn, but then the enemies who show up might have a thing. But since we're past the first phase of the turn, these guys won't be able to get an activation right away. I think I'll try to tough out a turn against the artillery. I really want to try to use this ground attack on multiple turns. So, ooh, yeah, we can have the mechanized move in, because he has a movement of 3. And then he put 3 pins on an opponent. Okay, so yeah, that was his movement action. But, ooh, accurate fire. Oh, he has a general advance. Yeah, it would be nice to get this guy weakened down. So he'll use the accurate fire ability on him. So he's going to do an attack on the mechanized. Another tough cover, but at least with the 3 pins, it should be relatively easy. I need a 2 on the die 6. Okay, so total I have +8. So yeah, I just need a 2 and 2. But they have a defense ability. So, once each turn, discard 1 supply. So yeah, I think that's gonna go back anyways. But, okay, we'll have to see. All right. 7-2. Okay, so yeah, I hit, and with the bonuses, defeat their cover. So they'll use up their supplies for their defense ability. A 2. Okay, so it doesn't work. Now I think the automatic pins from the scout probably doesn't. I imagine the defense. I'll just check. Hold on. Okay, it does say stop a pin or hit from any source. So I think even the scout pins would be put on. But I rolled the defense check and it failed anyway, so we're back to normal, I think. I could shoot with the artillery, but not twice. Okay, so yeah, I really want to try to get rid of those engineers. So I'm going to have the artillery fire, using up its last supplies. Now, good thing I got +2 on it, so I just need a 5. With the penetration on the artillery, don't have to care about the cover. So I just need a 5 to hit. Oh, used up the accurate fire. Of course I miss. Darn it, but it gets a pin. So, okay, they're gonna increase the cost. That's gonna be pain. And, okay, so it might as well do an action to just resupply. Okay, so now, actually, we're down to last. And yeah, they don't have any activations. So we have the Highland Brigade. So he's going to move in. He's going to spend one of the set-aside cards just to boost his movement so he can get into the Light Forest. And then he can do an attack on the Mechanized Battalion. So this is going a lot better than some of my other ones. As I said, I'm dreading these artillery battalions, but okay. Gets +6, +3. So he just needs a 2 on the cover dice to get a hit. All right. So he definitely hit, and with the pins, the cover dice just manages to defeat it, and he doesn't have any defense or supply for defense rolls, so that is 2 hits. So he managed to take out the Mechanized Battalion before he could do anything. So, as I said, this is going pretty well. And he gets 3 experience. So, hopefully we can, next turn, you call on the ground to take out the artillery and then retain it. So I think that is it for the turn. So no retain costs, no reinforcement, but supply. So the enemy gets supply back. Now it would just get 1. So if the mechanized stuck around, I think I'd choose it on him. And then, but we get a supply. So I'm gonna put it on the artillery so he can be fully effective next turn. And then we advance the turn counter down to 10. I think we made pretty good progress. Okay, but now we have to suffer the artillery fire. Fewest pins. Okay, so that's nobody has any pins, so I think it'll then go to the highest. Well, I always play it as the highest RP. It kind of says that in the rules, but I'm not sure if there are any other things. But that would be the Reconnaissance Regiment. So I'm going to have the Highland Brigade do a pre-supply to redirect. So, okay. So it's fully effective and it has supply. So, oh geez. +1 attack. So it's going to attack 3 times. Okay, so here goes. And yeah, there's not much else I can do. I guess putting the engineering obstacle on 159th might have been a mistake, but oh well. Oh, he can redirect as well. Okay, so love the... Okay, so... Yeah, so with 2 penetration, easily hits and penetrates. So a 7 will be 1 hit, 1 pin. Ouch. Now, okay, 1 action. We'll do the free attack here. And so this time my 159th will actually do the redirect. Because they have a defense, although they have to spend a supply to redirect. But they also got 3 cover, isn't going to do anything. But still, we'll save the health from somebody else. So, okay, here we go. 2 and 2, so they actually miss. And the cover dice actually doesn't defeat my cover because I got the dug in, or the fighting position card, which increases my cover. So wow, we actually saved that one. Oh, but it has +2. Okay, so never mind. It is a pin. Darn penetration value. Okay. But still, not losing health is decent. Okay, do I want him to go after my Recce? I don't really need him at full health because he's not necessarily made for doing damage. So, okay, I think I'll let it fall. Okay, I do have fall back, but it would cost a experience. But okay, let's see. 8, 5. Okay, yeah, pretty sure this is a solid hit. Yeah, 1 hit, 1 pin. Okay, so yeah, the artillery battalion has hammered our forces here a little bit. I guess it's not as bad as it could have been. I could have gotten more pins and stuff. So they've gone. They went first. So now it's our turn. And so I think I'll actually activate the Recce. How much experience do I want to use up though? Oh yeah, then this went up. Now the thing is, it has an extra cost for mechanized. Now I do have the Recce, so it is 3. So it's up to 7 now. He needs 4. So yeah, you can't get in there as it is. Okay, so I'll save the double time as for to set aside for his movement. And I'll have to save the general advance so he can actually use that. Because getting into this is going to be tough. Okay, but raiding, he can subtract a supply from any hostile. So that's definitely taking off the artillery. Now, can we get in there? Now, it is 5 for my other guys. So maybe my infantry battalion can get in there. Because he can get up to 3. And then discard these 2. Yeah, so I'll activate my infantry battalion. He'll use general advance, but not upgun it, so it's just for himself. Then he'll spend 1 experience to upgun his own movement skill. That in total adds 3 to his movement, so he's up to 4. And then he will spend an action to draw up to his hand. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is I got fighting positions again, so I'll use my engineering company to try to set that up for the artillery. No, wait, yeah, it has to be in this location, so I'll put it on the mechanized. A 7, okay, so that's easily enough. I just needed 1 engineering. So you'll get +1 and +1 cover while he's there. Just trying to help him survive a little bit. And okay, so he is up to 4, so he still needs 3. So I'll discard these 3 to move up or increase his movement so that he can get into the forest. Oh, he doesn't need the... It's not the +2, it's only 5. So actually, yeah, he's up to 4, so he only needs to discard 1. Yeah, I'll discard that for him. And actually, I will discard the other 2 I was going to for the poor Recce, because even if we take out the engineers, this is still going to be 7 for them. So, all right, and then I can move in, because at least here he'll be protected from the... Oh, jeez. Oh, move the 1. Space 1 times 4. Okay, so when I activated this... No, I haven't activated it yet. Darn it. Okay, so yeah, free to activate. We have to draw up to 4. Okay, oh, Stuka. Place in frontmost. Well, it would have been back here. So that's 1. First bridge defenders. That's 2. At least we're kind of dodging all the armor. Infantry force, we're just having to fight. Okay, yeah, supply convoy, huh. Okay, so the supply convoy, place 2 beyond frontmost. So again, activate it while he's still there. So it would be in the town. Start of each turn, 2 highest RP, non-first hostiles with... Oh yeah, he makes them first. Okay, and so this infantry force, hostile low cover attachment. So it apparently attached to the lowest cover. So that would be the artillery battalion. So yay, they get backup. They get a supply. Now, I'm not sure if the artillery can use that supply, but I think I'll play it as now that it just stays on there so that they can use the supply for the defense. And then bridge defenders. Yay. Okay, so most of these guys don't activate. The bridge defenders are not fast or slow. And they have 2 actions. Oh. Yeah, I did 3 attack. I'm forgetting to flip over these action things. But I'm still on my 159th Infantry Force. So, okay, now he can move in. Paid his movement cost. Did the engineer. So I'm thinking of calling the on-call ground attack. I don't know what's worse. I still have my artillery. It's fully thing to take out the artillery battalion, but yeah, honestly, I think taking out the engineers is probably the important thing, just because keeping this from getting worse and worse. So okay, he's going to use his ground attack on call to target the engineers. And okay, before I decide, the pins go towards any attack, but I think I pretty much auto hit this thing because 1 to 4 will do 1 hit. So okay, it's kind of a good thing I didn't go after the artillery because that would have been a bit of a waste. Okay, so we took out the engineers. 159th gets experience for that. Okay, now this we'll have to remember is usually just a one-shot thing, but if we can pay the retain cost, which we still can, we can keep it. So many things to keep in mind. Okay, that was the normal action, so we'll actually have these guys go. Now, they want to target mechanized or armor. The only unit or army that's in the location is my infantry. So I think they'll attack them rather than moving. So I think they attack whoever's in... hang on. So yeah, checking the checklist, they'll attack their target if they can. If there's another army they can attack, they will. And then they'll move if they need to. So they'll attack the 159th. Does still have a pin on it, unfortunately. So, oh, but I do have fallback. Okay, I've been thinking fallback might be more useful than I originally thought. But okay, so with the +2/+1, they only need a 5. Okay, a 1. So they didn't hit, but they still defeated my cover easily. So they add another pin. So it's going to be bad. Although there's not too many people shooting at them. There's the Stuka. I guess I could have done him instead of one of the other ones. But the artillery can't shoot at him. So, okay, so that was the enemy or hostile normal phase. So now we get to do a normal phase. So I'm thinking of activating the artillery. It's going to attack their artillery. So spend an action and a supply to attack. Now there's no pins or anything, and they have this. Okay. Ooh, good hits again. That was okay. Yeah, that was a 9. So yeah, it's a straight hit, a hit and a pin. But now they can use their infantry support to try to use that for defense. So 5+3. Okay, thankfully they failed. So that is actually a hit and a pin. And so now I can do my second shot, spending my supplies. Now I get +2. So I just need to roll a 5. Oh, doing good. Okay. So yeah, 10 and a 4 easily takes them out. Oh, +2. They yeah, have the attack 2+. So yeah. Okay, we took out that scary artillery, which is worth 3 experience points. Good job, artillery. He's still back there. Oh, and the infantry force is gone. So yeah, I think that also counts. So it's up to 6. But now we do another hostiles action. So that'll be the Stuka. The highest cover here in this location will be, I guess, they're both tied. They're both 3. So I think it'll be the highest resource point cost. So I'm going to have the 227th do a redirect, spending their action, because if he hits this, I'll lose the army, the whole thing. So I guess I do have that fallback, but all right. Okay, so he's redirecting to here. It is, they do have a pin, so it does get +2. Okay, so 4 + 2 is 6, so that is 1 hit. So you get another hit. They're still okay. They're still functioning until they're down to 2. So they're doing their job. And then the Stuka flies away. Don't get experience for that. Just does 1 attack, and he's gone. So now I have my poor reconnaissance group here. So he has 3 cards set aside. So he's up to 7. Doesn't really matter. He just used he'll use the general advance skill on him, or action on himself. So he gets +1. So that means he has 7 movement when he discards this. So he can finally move into here. And he'll put 3 pins on this guy. Oh, I could have used the engineers to reduce the entrance cost. Okay. Dang it. Another hostile with an engineering ability. Forgot about that. Okay, and so then I just have my last, which is these guys. But yeah, he needs 5. So he's not going anywhere. So he'll spend action to remove the pin, spend another action to get a supply back. Okay, so that is the end of the turn. At the start of each turn, okay, that's the start. So now we pay retain costs. So I definitely want to try to get this ground attack back. So I'll pay 4 the artillery and 1 from 159. Okay, so that's the 5. So we got it back. Reinforcement, there is none, and so supply. So, but this guy, none of the hostiles can hold supplies. So, okay, I'm gonna give 1 to the artillery just so they can shoot if they need to. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. So we advance. Start the next turn. So this time, at the start of each turn, the 2 highest RP non-first hostiles with attack charts gain first for the turn. Oh, they would get an extra. Wow, okay. Glad I got rid of that artillery. Okay, so this guy goes first now. So now he can actually attack a mechanized. So, do I want to? Okay, I do have the fallback ability. So if he does take a hit, I can have him fall back. Although then he'll have trouble moving back in. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Did the supply trucks. Oh, and then he moved, so he lost the engineering obstacle. Not sure how useful that is. Like +1 cover, okay. +1 attack, I guess. I don't know. I guess if you're facing a lot of hostiles in one location, but it's only going to be good for a couple turns. What does he have? He has a pin. Well, I guess that's it. Yeah, he needs a 5 to hit. Oh, wow, okay. He doesn't, with the pin, he gets +2, +1, so this becomes a 6, which is a miss, and the cover becomes a 2, which is also a fail. But, so he does miss, but then reduces 1 pin, so, okay, that's that. That's good, I'll take it. Okay, so now we'll activate my, oh, shit, we didn't do all the, refresh all the actions. Oh, and he gets another attack. Shoot, okay. Sorry. Okay, so he's doing another attack. This time I will redirect it to the 159th. Just thinking they can take the hit if it's there. So, all right, he has 2 pins on, unfortunately, so he'll get... oh, he had +2 penetration. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm making so many mistakes. So that cover would have pinned the Recce Regiment. Just wouldn't have. Because even if he misses, he can still defeat cover, which would add a pin, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so he has +4, +2. Okay, so yeah, this definitely hits. So 1 hit. I don't have the supplies for the defense, but okay, as I said, he can take the hit. He can only have up to 5 cards now, but that's fine. So yeah, now I will activate my 159th. We're done the first phase, so now we're on to the normal. So yeah, first action, he will discard and draw. Honestly, would be kind of useful. So I'll keep the 2, so I'll discard or draw 3. Okay, these are pretty good. I got an infantry attack, accurate fire, and deadly fire, so that'll certainly help. So yeah, I'll use the infantry attack just to attack without using an action, and then I will put accurate fire on as well, and then I'll upgun the accurate fire by spending an experience point just so I get the cover bonus, because he does have 5. This is going to be annoying. But, oh, I also get a +1 against attacking, because I don't know if because they're fixed in place. Okay, so in total, I have +1 from my attack skill, +3 from the accurate fire, +4 because of the defenders, then +1 to my dice. Okay, so I need a 3 and a 4. Ooh. Oh, but then +2. Okay, so yeah, 3 and a 2. So yeah, I'll automatically hit. And yeah, my cover, thanks to the pins, defeat. So I didn't need those cards. Okay, got a hit. Use those up. I'm going to use the engineering company on this guy to try to lower the entrance cost. help my other guys. So 6. Okay, so unfortunately it only puts 1 on and it needs 2. So, but we can try next turn. Okay, he still has an action, so what does he want to do with it? Yeah, he might as well attack. If I can get them down to 2 health, they'll lower their attacks. So now I only have +1. Ooh, do I want to upgun that? Okay, yeah. Well, what do I have in total? With the pins, it's +4, +2. So with just that, I'd need a 2, 3. So yeah, I'll upgun it. Okay, so I'll automatically hit, but I have +1, +2, +3. So I need a 2 on my cover roll. Okay, good. So 7, 4 hits them and defeats their armor. So they're now hit again. I think that's it for him. Okay, so now my Ricky will use an action to get rid of a pin. Then he'll do an attack on them. They do get +4, +2, so... Oh, but we're down to... Yeah, we need an 8. 8 and 3, so... Oh, almost. They defeated their cover, so they add another pin back on. But yeah, they didn't successfully hit it. My abilities don't do anything right now. So now the artillery. So I'm thinking having it move into the forest, or light forest. Do that by spending the card I set aside for it. So it has a movement of 2. It's enough to get into the forest. When it moves, it gets +2 supplies. So you can do an action now. Got set up, and it'll shoot the defenders. Or do I want to shoot? No, I don't really care. They don't get supplies, and it doesn't really matter if they go first, I think. But okay, so especially if we whittle them down. So what does he need? +6, +3. So yeah, he automatically hits. Really? Oh, and that's a devastating one. That was a 9. Wherever the 9 is. Yeah. 9, 6. So yeah, easily hits it. So that's a hit and another pin. So if these guys could move in, they could finish it off, but they can't reach it. Yeah, okay, they only need a 5, but their base movement is only 1, and I only have 1 card for them. So I think that's going to have to be it. Yeah, that's the end of the turn. So no retain cost this turn. Reinforcement, none. Supply, they would get 1 if they could carry it. With my supply trucks, I do get 1. So I'll give that to 159th so they can actually do a redirect or a defense. And advanced turn counter. Okay, so this first would go off because it only lasts a turn. Then since we still have the supply convoy, it'll be back. So, but hopefully it's weakened enough that even though our guys do have a bunch of pins and stuff. Okay, so it goes first. So it's going to do an action attack on the mechanized. So yeah, I'll spend a supply to redirect to the 159th. Okay, so what does it need? Oh, I have 2 pins. It needs to roll a 5. Okay. So it definitely defeated my cover. Oh, but it missed. Okay, so I miss 1 pin, so subtract 1 pin. But it does, with the defeating of the cover, it does put a pin on my infantry brigade. But now it gets to attack again. And he's going to have to go against the reconnaissance. Okay, so, when he moves, he can remove pins. But, all right, so only 1 pin though, so he needs a 7 and a 2. Ah, darn it. Okay, he missed. but he defeated the cover. So, okay, reduce a pin again, and then add a pin onto him. All right, but that's his action. He's done. So now I can have, all right, I'll activate my 159th. He'll use his engineering company to use the supply lines. Although, oh, should I, darn it. I can only use the engineering couple, okay, no. I'll have to do it, I'll use the engineering company on the bridge defenders. Hopefully, as long as I don't flub up. Okay, there, that's enough. I got my second engineering thing, so this reduces the entrance cost by 2. Back down to 3 for this guy. Should he just sit tight, remove his pins? No, okay. He'll spend an action to attack. Try to get rid of this guy. So it is +4, +2, +5. One experience. I think I'll save the deadly fire just in case. So, okay. +4. I need a 3. 3, 3. Okay, 9. All right, just accurate fire. So yeah, we got the 4th hit on. I managed to take out the bridge defenders. So now we can freely use the bridge, and we get experience point. And I'll use his second action to get rid of one of his pins. All right. So yeah. Oh, this guy's still there. So I think the artillery will shoot at him. Yeah. So spend this supply to fire. My dice go. So nothing to hit. He needs a 7, and then doesn't worry, concerned about cover. Oh, a 7. Okay, so direct hit. Did 1 hit on it and took him out. So got rid of that for another experience point. Okay, and so he will just, should he move? It needs a 3. No, he can't move. I'd have to discard a couple of these. So he'll just hold there and resupply. Okay, we have my mechanized. Okay, I could activate the town, but then we'll be facing a bunch of hostiles. So I think I'll just use his actions to remove these pins. All right, so I'm going to take, okay, use one action to remove a pin, then I'm going to use the other action to move so that he goes back here, and when he moves to a new location, he can remove pins from friendly enemies within 1. So he has a scout of 3, so he can remove 3 pins from there. Okay, so he's back in the light forest, but everybody's okay, and so now we just have 227th. Oh yeah, he can't move in there. It's only a 3. Oh, well. Oh, darn it. I should have drawn. But, oh, well. We'll have to take a turn just to form back up, get our supplies back. So I think that's about it, because he can't do anything. Oh, he can get his supplies back up. So that's it. So no reinforcements, 1 supply from our supply trucks. So I'll give that to 159th. And then that's the end of the turn. So we're down to 6. Okay, but we're more than halfway through, so I think we're still on schedule. Okay, and oh yeah, and I have to remember the town. Oh shoot. Yeah, when you activate a location, you're supposed to get these supplies from the top of the card. So, but I've forgotten to do that. So, oh well. Try to remember when we activate the town. Okay, so we get all of our activations back. Okay, and honestly, I think I'll end the video here. Just the start of the 6th turn. We're basically just regrouping. We'll have to try to get some healing, so some regains or whatever. I think I used 1 card already, but in the town, we'll get another one. But, okay, so that's our mission so far. We've made good progress, taking out some mechanized forces, artillery, some infantry. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. I'd like to say thank you and goodbye.